is currently, what time is it? Is it 1 o'clock in the morning?
Yeah. Oh, maybe.
Alright. You see, if I don't do these 3 videos tonight, I'm gonna be completely expelled from YouTube. This is bull. I can't do it. I truly can't. I need energy.
Try join me.
Alright. No, I don't want to say it's invite. Just invite us and I'll join.
Yeah, I can't join you for some reason. Don't know why.
Just send us an invite and I'll join.
It's not letting me invite you either.
Oh, I know what's happening. You have to turn your PlayStation on and off.
Try join me.
What?
I sent you
For some reason it's not working. It should work now. Whew. I fell off my bed and I had to do a side flip to save myself. Yo, man, I'm shocked. I can't do these things. Oh, YouTube, I actually hate you. I'm gonna quit, mate. This is actually bull. See, this is why no one should be a YouTuber. No.
in this place. Just try squats at the same time to see if it's jumping the same speed.
Alright. Put it on full though. Right, 3, 2. You count it down.
No, I just felt open.
3.
Okay, 3. Oh, it's leaving. You count now. You got it, yeah?
Yeah. 3, 2, 1, go.
This is unloading content.
Yeah. Waiting for servers.
Yeah, same. Join.
Waiting for servers still.
Let me join.
Oh, I can't do it.
Join back in.
You have to back out.
Back in. I'm not gonna join if you can't jump in.
Alright, what time?
Try-ish 8 maybe.
Alright, bye. And also, remember, alright, these screens, I'm gonna have to do. Alright, first thing, I'm gonna watch the score images. Swims through.
Call me Nostradamus right there as he got him. No way, won't predict anything like that again. But Ant Mays brilliantly dropped, getting himself up to 40 points. Might not be necessarily in qualification week, but that is a nice bump in the payday for the double prize money week. Don't forget, $2 million spread all the way across all the regions and down a decent amount of the placements as well. We want to make sure everyone gets rewarded for their time and their effort over the course of these 10 weeks. You all are amazing. Whether you got to play on a Saturday, got to play voids.
Okay, so
Yes.
it's just
So
they're
this is Blades.
swapping
Yeah.
names.
Yeah, super fun. Finds not lines as well. Banded right now as we have a straight up high ground. Orange on the tarp beneath. Slade's down there. Tickers on the high ground.
The slurp.
And the chug splash. Changing. Balla, take it away.
We had one clutch play with the Chug Splash so far, and there another Tickers with his dual partner Hornet clutching up big in style with the new Chug Splash. We do have a update on actually what happened in Brazil. Shayo, it is the last chance that these players had to qualify, and they worked so hard. We had the look in, but we also have the players, I should say, the duo team who's going to make it to Brazil. Let's take a look at these standings.
Absolutely. So, up top, Own and King qualifying for duos. Okay, that is huge. King has been grinding a lot to get up top. There are multiple Kings up there, but he tried really hard in solos. I believe he qualified when Nyx qualified as well. Now he's up top, double qual for solos and duos. This is huge. Up top as well, though, Clipnode, who recently qualified for solos, came third, which is still a lot of prize money with that double up across the entire world. Nothing, No Name, also a dope solo pair. These guys coming together, popping off. Big congratulations to him.
And the second duo, or the second double qualified player, Nyx, who's in fourth place right here, is double qualified in Brazil as well. So congratulations to X-Own and King from 9Z. He's going to be joining us, or these guys are going to be joining us in New York, and we cannot wait to see you. With that, let's go ahead and punch some tickets. Shayo, you're going to be taking the lead here on punching this ticket because this is your region. We talked to you a little bit about Brazil back before. We already punched the EU tickets. This is it right here. Magic hand. Boom.
Hey, no Lupo curse. Nice.
So congratulations to X-Own and King. We will see you guys in New York. But we will go ahead and take a quick break because when we come back, we have NA East to finish up and wrap up. So don't go anywhere.
To the lobby, let's glide out to the lobby. Let's glide out to the lobby to get your squad some nums.
Burgers from dirt to munch.
Tacos royale with brunch. Red juicy's a tasty treat for Lil Whip, Peely, and Pizza Pete. Let's glide out to the lobby to get your squad some nums. Let's glide out to the lobby to get your squad some love.
All right, Fortnite fam, we're here for week 9 of the Fortnite World Cup Online Open qualifiers. And just like this Cuddle team leader, we are very excited to be here. The final week of solo competition. Hopefully these players can take a bite out of the competition and really keep it top notch. Codename Elf. Guys, are you ready for week 9, the finals day? Man,
I just had a whole bag of cookies.
a whole bag of cookies.
He's the yes man.
I'm so happy I don't have to be near Zeke for much longer.
We got some qualification. We got a dancing banana too. I want to see Zeke wear that at some point during the World Cup.
Fortnite fam, you guys know I love it when you use that hashtag Fortnite World Cup. We actually have a social producer that helps sift through all the tweets and all the incredible things you guys send us, and his name is Nick Brown.
All right, guys, my name is Nick Brown, and for the Fortnite World Cup qualifiers, I've been working as a social producer. So basically, every time any of the casters say use the hashtag Fortnite World Cup, I'm the one who plays defense to make sure that none of those cheeky tweets with bad words end up on the big screen.
right, Courage. Let's go to the kitchen. Let's get ourselves some food.
What we got? Some garlic bread. Is that chicken parmesan? Oh my God, it's chicken parm! Yes! You okay? Do I need to put this one back? Bro, they put garlic bread in front of me. You think I'm not gonna get 3 pieces? Come on.
What's up, Fortnite fam? It's Squints here, and recently we've been trying to level up the observing, so we challenge our observers to get cool dynamic shots and keep them smooth and technically awesome. And let's share some of our favorite shots with you guys.
I can't imagine the weight that these competitors must feel on their shoulders.
Whoa, okay, okay.
Wow.
Seems like the observers are having a little bit of a competition back there.
All right, observers, let's get it.
And then tried to challenge those fights, and that just freaked me out.
What? Speaking about something freaky.
There is Nick just above Chap's foot.
Yes, apparently that's someone's name in Fortnite.
You don't know about that, Jack?
No.
I mean, you really need to step up your competitive Fortnite knowledge. It's okay though. It's Chap's foot. Like physically,
I hate you.
What's up? It's Monster D-Face.
What's up?
Yo, Monster. You know you're my favorite?
Yeah, absolutely.
If I told you were my favorite, would you believe me?
Probably not. We all know Sundown's his favorite, guys. That's why, dude. Right there. Right there.
What?
Dude, it messes me up.
You know, a lot of people ask me what the best part about replay is. It's got to be working next to GFX Becca.
People ask me all the time what the best part about being a graphics operator is.
Someone here specifically that keeps the ball rolling no matter what happens. And his name is Jordan.
What's up, Fortnite fam? My name's Jordan, and I am the production manager on the Fortnite World Cup Online Open. My job includes making sure the production happens smoothly, handling staffing, catering, any technical issues that may arise, making sure everyone else is doing their job.
He's really good at stuff.
We're on a break, and Jeff is going for the high score.
Oh my God.
That's really special. And he has this
Not
thing
for
to be
you.
able to rain him down. I don't know if you realize it's completely uncontested, but
It's over. Week 9's done. Goodbye. Oh, hey there. Sorry, I didn't load in quite fast enough. Hello, welcome back to the Fortnite World Cup Online Open Qualifiers. I'm Zeke, and we are knee-deep in NA East action. Now, the queues are done, so we're going to just take a little bit longer, wrap up, make sure everyone gets out of their games, make sure everything's good, get final standings, and, of course, punch some tickets. But first, what we need is we need some casters. I'm feeling Pookie Face and Bala TW. That sounds pretty good. Let's go with that. I'm about that.
It's like you knew we were coming.
Whoa, don't call me out.
You knew that we were here.
Don't call
Zeke,
me out.
you need to watch that little advertisement with the slurp juice and everything because you were lagged out in the lobby just then. You need to come right back to us.
Bala just, oh my God, Zeke.
Pookie. We've got 5 minutes left in the queue. Zeke is just causing havoc on the stage.
As per usual, Bala.
As per usual.
Oh
But
my gosh.
5 minutes left,
5
NA
minutes.
East. This is the last opportunity. There's 3 spots up for grabs. Who's going to take it?
I don't
That's
know.
the question.
Let's take a look. Games ready?
Let's go ahead into the games and get into the action. It is, again, Reverse and Ninja up on high ground and probably what we would expect the 5th zone here.
Yeah,
Finding a position for them.
We already saw a victory royale coming out of this pair, so congratulations to them. They had a 4 elimination victory royale earlier on, so let's see if they'll be able to close this game out. Like you said, we only have 5.5 minutes left to actually queue up for any games in NA East, so this might be their last game.
This could be their last game, and we've been watching quite a lot of them, and I've seen some comments also about, you know, how they're just barely out, like, just barely staying in contention, but they have to have such huge games to really push their way all the way up. Oh my goodness, that is very consequential. That edit down right there onto Fuzzy is somebody who was also pushing the pace, pushing the contention, trying to get towards the top of that leaderboard. Ninja in reverse, try to get to the top of the mountain.
Yeah, and that half wall edit being extremely strong, knowing that their builds were only attached by one small 1x1 and using it to actually take out an opponent. Now we have Liquid Vivid here with 72 hours, both of them looking very good, sitting on, how much is that?
72 points, that's gotta be a good omen.
Gotta be good. I mean, 72 hours, 72 points. What could go wrong? Now that we just said that, Bala.
Yeah, it's a curse.
Jeez.
It's a curse. But regardless, I mean, this team has been playing so crazy, both of them. We've seen clutch moments from Vivid. We've seen clutch moments from 72 Hours. Their utility usage is on point today. And really, what I've been seeing, I've been watching a little bit of 72 in the past couple of weeks. He's been just getting progressively better, both mentally and mechanically. He's just been absolutely dominating anytime he plays. Same thing with Vivid, although Vivid qualified in solos in week 1, so had a little bit of pressure relief from him, but right now he is putting it all and making sure that he's going to bring 72 hours to him, or with him, to New York. There you go, English,
yeah.
easy.
Easy peasy. Now, just to your point, you know, with this being a 10-week online open qualifier, we have seen so many duos as well as solo players really improve over the course of 10 weeks. I think that's really been what's been the most exciting and interesting part to me, is seeing the progression, seeing the evolution of all of these players, and know that, you know, they've been putting in the hours, the practice, the scrims, the arenas. They've been working so hard to make it to New York, and like you said with 72 hours, it's certainly paying off for him.
It's a combination of all sorts of practice types, arena, customs, pro customs, these games themselves, right? Every single weekend that we're playing, we're gaining more experience. As now players are moving in towards that 6th zone. Shadow Bomb's coming as well. He's going to get right back in with Vivid. The edit down from Vivid, because you can't actually edit while you're in Shadow form, so he's making sure that he's going to get safe in the box before he becomes apparent and visible to all the players around him again.
Yeah, and using that Shadow Bomb effectively to make sure that he did get in there to safety. He didn't have a ton of HP, but it isn't going to matter. He takes out Balti Sama there with the combat shotgun and is going to use another Shadow Bomb to rotate. Now, Vivid actually went over to his left and circled around. They were split for a little bit of time there, but it doesn't matter. Again, no edits there for 72, but he is going to be picked up by his teammate Vivid and is going to be able to shield up safely.
Getting ahead of the pack a little bit, Vivid is, as 72 Hours looks right back and knows that that path is ready for him to come with Vivid. That's a strategy that these duos are constantly using and pioneered by Zexro and Vinny themselves. These are the first people who really started to start pathing for each other, which is Zexro and Vinny pathing for each other, and then one player staying back. That's how they got those high elimination games around Winter Royale, TwitchCon, and the like.
Yeah, and just taking a look at all of the names in here, you know, we have Flossin, who unfortunately did just go down to Flux, Reverse UK, Ninja, Vivid, 72 Hours, Zexro, and Vinny. This is a huge lobby, but players are dropping so quickly. We only have 11 players remaining, 8 duos in total. Zexro and Vinny looking very good here with their positioning. They have a ton of mats, a ton of utility. They're looking really good right now, Bala.
Looking really good, that's for sure. I saw Vivid go down in the feed, so looking for 72 Hours still, but
Zexro just bringing the pressure right onto Reverse, knowing that he can capitalize on this elimination, and then Vinny also having the path still, knowing that he can get right back to his teammate with the good awareness to realize he's getting shot from above. Now going to take the slurps, take some time to realize the situation. They're in top 5 in terms of duos right now, so all the point thresholds are clear. He's going to take out Kwanzi and then Flex right in the corner. Perfect pinch there from Vinny and Zexro, and perfect opportunity to take that, but still getting pressured from all angles. Pookie.
Yeah, and they are on mid-ground right now. They are getting pressure, but it doesn't matter. It's like they're playing on a completely different level right now. Their awareness in these builds is absolutely incredible. They own everything here, so being able to utilize the edits to drop down and control mid-ground the way they are, it's almost like low ground, but you've got a little bit of wiggle room to work with.
A little bit of wiggle room to work with. We're coming into the final players here. The edits coming in at the same time from Vinny and Zexro there. Perfect opportunity taken onto Seti. 5 players remaining, 3 total duos. They're completely on low ground right now, and they've got barely any more mats to work with. But guess who is still in the game? It's 72 hours, still up on the highest point in the game, I believe. But hold on, a bunch of players making a play with the launch pad. Vinny's already up there, but Leo is going to take it. They're going to knock him down and force an engagement. Everything is going down. It's now Zexro and Vinny who take complete control of that situation. It's all on to 72 hours down on low ground. Is he going to be able to clutch up against 2 of the most prolific fraggers in the game? These guys are known for grabbing tons of high elimination games. Right now, they're all waiting for it. The turret's going to come down, and that's not going to be anything that you want to see from 72 hours. Zexro and Vinny clean up, and they're on their way to New York, too.
Congratulations to the TSM boys. You love to see it, but you can see in that match ball at the very end how quickly that shifted. You know, 72 hours had high ground, and 1 launch pad changed the whole face of that game, and he was then essentially on ultimate low ground. Unfortunately for him, Vinny and Zexro were up there, and that was that.
And I've got to question whether that engagement is really going to mean one of those duos is going to qualify versus the other, right? It comes down 4 points are left, or actually 5 points for 72 hours are left on the board there from that victory royale.
Here we are.
We could have taken out Zexro and Vinny at the same time, but another thing is Zexro dealing with that tendonitis. He is not looking like he has any sort of issues today. He's been worried about his career, his future. For now, he's pushing his way, making sure he's playing through. And that's been something he's been dealing with, but we also just saw Skyte and Vato in EU qualify, and he is also dealing with that situation. He actually posted a long-winded explanation about his confidence, his tendonitis issues, and how it led up from week 1 all the way up to week 10.
And I mean, you know what? Today is game day, Bala. So these guys know, the adrenaline has to be pumping with them. So any kind of pain or discomfort he's in may just be pushed to the wayside, might not even be at the forefront of his mind. He is trying to get as many games in as he can, play as hard as he can so that he can get that spot in New York. But kudos to him for kind of playing through and pushing through. That just shows how much these games and these tournaments and the World Cup essentially means to these players.
Now into this game, the 5th zone about to close that half in, half out right around the block. Pookie, we're getting close to that placement threshold, that top 15.
Yeah, we're getting close. There are still 32 players, 17 duos remaining, only a couple of solo players here, so we're gonna have to see how this shakes out. I love getting into these endgame situations when there's still so many duos alive, and just like that, Ken Kyer Mock goes down to Ecolo King, just absolutely not aware that both of these players were in the box right below him.
It almost felt like he was a little too overconfident, actually, maybe seeing that they're there, seeing that they're taking his wall, seeing that they're approaching his stairs, and not really caring and saying, hey, I want to still challenge this. I want to make sure that I have this space.
Oh, and up at the top, forward. Here we have Outlet and Turkey Lips up there on high ground. Outlet using the combat shotgun there to try and take some shots. Isn't going to connect, but is going to make a play for this high ground up the side of this mountain. Now, he does have a ton of materials, but we can see, we've seen time and time again how quickly those go when you are having to traverse these very hilly terrains. He is taking shots down below him, and he has covered above him, so he is very, very safe right now. Turkey Lips is actually behind him, also doing a little bit of work, trying to get some shots in on other players, so they're in a good position right now.
Exactly what they're at. They had so much time off the side of this hill, not finding any eliminations just yet. A perfect opportunity taken, and they tried to get it, but again, remember, queues are closed now for NA East. The 5-minute timer that we talked about earlier is definitely closed up, and now Outlet getting right into the thick of things. He's going to take out Hoax and his duo right away, seeing that opportunity and seizing it.
Yeah, and you know what? I don't know if you know this, Bala, but Outlet and I are actually very good friends, and he carries me so many times. So seeing him play like this gives me confidence, and I know that I'm going to have more wins in my future, you know?
Well, we know you have a crazy amount of wins, Pookie. Something that I definitely don't have that many wins.
I mean, it's just a win, Bala. You know, you can edit like no one's business, so, you know.
Victory Royale is a Victory Royale, one of the most important things in Fortnite. You know, it makes me jealous. But regardless, these guys are all looking for it to get towards New York right now. Demo and Bizzle, we saw them have such an important clutch performance getting towards the end with a couple of different players. But here, Demo picking up Sunny. Is it their time to shine? Demo and Bizzle right now looking exactly and taking stock of what is around them, looking to see, can they get through here safely? Where can they go from here? And it's just going to be tunneling forward. No opportunities really presenting themselves just yet, but Demo is looking and forcing opportunities. One comes through from Bizzle because they were all focused on Demo, and I think that is actually going to be 2 total eliminations. He might go down the zone, I think, if he's not careful, but hold on, Bizzle is stuck here against Commandment and High Sky.
And it looks like Demo did end up disengaging there. Now, whether he had some kind of heals of slurp juice or no, he does end up going down, unfortunately, for Bizzle. His partner is going to be left behind there. That's unfortunate.
That is so unfortunate. What happened there was Bizzle was in shadow form. He was trying to get edited down from his teammate Demo, but when he made that edit, High Sky and Commandment immediately took that opportunity to say, hey, I'm going to go ahead and take you out. He's gone. Bizzle now trying to clutch, still fighting against Commandment and High Sky, but I think that might be it. Yes, Bizzle did end up going down just then, I believe, but Kez and Fung right now taking out Commandment as well, who did take out Bizzle just then. So Kez and Fung, all of a sudden, they're in a strong position. High Sky is still above them. But that might be changing very soon here, but no, the ramp over and the pressure coming in. Yes, what a shot there from Kez from down below. And speaking of down below, everything all of a sudden is gone for Bolt Glaze. He has no materials. And while they all fought down below and while the fight on high ground ended up going down, Kez and Fung take advantage from mid ground and clean out both high ground and low ground.
Oh, look at that fossil, Bala. There were so many things that were happening at once there. We had so many fights occurring on high, mid, low ground. I feel as though at one point, you know, we had 20 people alive, and then it went down to 2, and then the game was over. It took a lot for me to be able to digest everything that just happened in that last match. But forget about that, because we have another one here, and we are looking at Steens right now. RBK Gilly, unfortunately, his partner not in this match anymore. But Steens has got he's got the bush on, so you know what that means.
And a little whip skin. So I don't actually know what this means. It's kind of confusing, actually.
I don't know. I was hoping you could give me an explanation. That's why I set you up for that. But you definitely didn't take it. So, you know, we're just hashtag Fortnite World Cup. If you can give us an explanation as to, you know, what kind of joke I was trying to make there, the bush and the ice cream, and it's I don't know. You know, let's move on. So we have Steens there. Now he does end up taking a shot, but the bush blocks 1 instance of damage, so he's not very scathed by any of that there, but he's got people dropping into his 1x1s here, really being aggressive, but it doesn't matter because he gets the flick shot off on Apex Strudels. He goes down, and now he's going to look for his partner, who also made the mistake of coming into his box as well. So Aggro and his partner just completely obliterated by Steens.
Steens is not stopping either. I was actually wondering. There, he is finally going to go down, and I think that's kind of a representative of the playstyle that he was playing. He had the bush on earlier. He had so many different things going on. Playing a little bit, like, scared when they got into his box, continuing to make these edits, continuing to try to get away, but they did not want to let him go. Now we're already actually down to 6 duels remaining. This is one of the most aggressive games. Must be one of those W key games towards the end of the queues where people try to get one more game on top of a full-on, you know, push for getting the most eliminations, and I've already seen Zayton sack in one of these games right now. I see them in this game, and they're notorious for getting a crazy amount of eliminations, but hold that, because it's Perur right here is getting the most out of this game, but finally going to start getting pressured. Is out in the open. Put an end to the kind of rain here as the 5th or 6th zone starts to move.
Yeah, he is going to use a mini there to get himself shielded back up to 150 effective health, but he does have the 6 Shadow Bombs, Bala, as well as 3 times 20 instant health pots essentially sitting in his inventory there. So he is going to take the high ground, but gets rifted up, is going to drop down completely and try to make a play on any opponents that are, you know, coming into the zone that are pulling their gliders way too early. Isn't going to hit any shots, but now looking to low ground, hits for 36 and then 72, rips the shield completely off of one of his opponents.
That was ridiculous. Just the damage that he's instantly putting on that player. Fortunately, when you're in shadow form right now anymore, especially with patch 9.3, you can't get the lock onto those players when you're controller there. So now Parur, I don't know what I'm calling this guy, but regardless, he's getting pressured and he keeps splitting up with his teammate Buka. He was down below earlier, right before he got rifted. He was pressuring all sides, and Buka was somewhere else, making sure that, I'm covering you. But they're actually going up against Envy, Lenane, and Tyler 15, and guess what? This is a World Cup qualifier team. So Buka and Parur got some work to do ahead of them.
They do, and I don't understand why Parur's not actually utilizing his health that he has right now. Oh, I think he's about to use it. Yeah, he's going to call Buka over. They are going to use it together. Use that AoE to get themselves a little bit more health and shield, but it doesn't matter because Lenane and Tyler know. They know what they're trying to do. They saw the campfire, and it's not going to be enough. Envy and Lenane now looking for Buka. Buka took out Tyler, so now it's a 1v1. It's not a 1v1.
There's one more
what's happening?
There's one more player somewhere around. But all of a sudden he gets rifted, and there's so much going on in the final moments, which is crazy because of how many players were in this, but he's going to go full challenge. Lenane does not have any chill. He's just going for it right now. He knows that these guys are all fighting, and he is so low on health. He cannot take any fall damage. That's why he opts to take that Shadow Bomb. But I think that was a mistake as he starts to get chunked right down, but not too much has been revealed. But no, Dylan on TTV is going to take him out at the last second. Zweedy, who they came out of nowhere. They must have been in shadow form the entire time because I didn't see them.
Or on ultimate high ground. I have no idea where these players were. It's like you said, they may have been in shadow form. I think possibly they were on high ground. Who knows where they were? It doesn't matter. The fact is that they've netted themselves a victory royale, and we are going into one more game here. We have only 6 players remaining in this one, 3 duos, so it's going to be a 2v2v2. It is the 5th circle, though, so look at this game, Vala.
Yeah, I'm surprised at the amount of points that a lot of these players are having and ending up in these games. We talk about, those games right before the queues end, and people playing them out to try to go for those high elimination games because of how they end up with the amount of players in them, the players that stay all the way to the end. But in this case, Untamed and Siler not taking full advantage, and really they're close. If they had a crazy game here, they could have possibly been pushing 70 points. But right now, not many eliminations left on the table, not many of those elimination points up on the table either.
Yeah, and you can see here that all of the players were actually concentrated in that one small little area. Everybody trying to rotate into the southern side of this circle. Pushing up is Untamed, gets the knock, and then absolutely just annihilates Playmaker there. So he is going to get himself a few more resources. They do have the Porter Rift, so we're going to have to see, if they end up utilizing that. But with so few players left, I don't really think they'll need to.
No, absolutely not. And if they do, it ends up being a weird situation where you're really just giving yourself the opportunity to get shot down and put back out of the game. Right now, a little bit of moment of calm as that 6th zone does get revealed. We've got 30 seconds till it starts moving, and I think 30 seconds until the action really starts to heat back up here.
Yeah, and the zone going in the complete opposite direction to where it went to from the previous one. So these players are all kind of starting to get a little bit low on resources. It's very interesting to me that there are so few players left in the game. Nobody is trying to actually farm any kind of resources that you can see with all the trees there. They're all just kind of sitting and waiting for each other to make a move. So Untamed is actually going to be the first one to make the play and go up towards high ground. His partner Siler is actually to his left there, also raining shots down. They have to know that there's players in this box here. They are taking shots at them. It is just going to be a matter of trying to figure out where exactly they are at this point.
With the amount of players left in this game, I just have to wonder. Actually, as Untamed is going right on to Dodo, it's actually going to find one more player for him. Or no, it's a whole duo to find. Siler's fighting on high ground right now. Is he going to be able to find it? Yes! Mark goes down. And I gotta say, Storm Surge must have done its work there because there was nobody in that game. There was nobody at all. But regardless, a good win for Siler and Untamed. They clean up the end of that lobby. We're gonna continue moving because NA East, still, the action is ending. And there's still so many people who are, fighting for that last couple of spots there.
Yeah, the queues have definitely closed at this point. They only had about 5 minutes remaining when we started casting. So, you know, we're definitely just seeing, like you said, these games where these players tend to go full send to just get as many points on the board as they possibly can. Now, these guys know they're able to update the scoreboards every so often and the leaderboards, so they know approximately where they're sitting. So going into these games, Bala, as somebody who plays quite a bit, as somebody who's observed a lot, what do you do if you're kind of a few spots out of the top of the leaderboards? What is your game plan?
I'm just trying to play it my best, and I'm trying to maximize every single game that I have. It depends on how much time, though. We talk about the style of games as it comes down to the queues. But regardless, I mean, you can also see, while you're sitting in that queue, you can go into the compete tab. Or if you're not even playing, you can go into that compete tab and check out where these players are on the leaderboards. You can get those updates. But right now, I'm seeing something. Vinny just took out Keys, who was playing earlier, and we know that they were high up there on the leaderboard. So that could be a very consequential elim. And we did also see that that high placement game from Vinny and Zexo just moments ago. But this game, they are not having a good time. I mean, everybody in the server is looking to focus them.
Vinny just getting his shield completely ripped off there, opting to pop the slurp, does get the knockdown on Cascat. Now if he can get that siphon out very quickly, he's going to be fine, which he absolutely does now. Going to be healed up again to full HP, so thank goodness for that, because that was a lot of pressure on those two for a brief moment. You can see that they have a baller in there, in their little build with them, so that is going to be a little bit of an opportunity for them to use to rotate when they need to. But we can see here Posix in this lobby. We've got Vinny, we've got Zexro. We have a lot of key players again in these lobbies here.
I'm seeing on the right side of the screen, Bhags and his teammate, his duo partner, Hart, trying to make their way up. They were in 4th last we checked, but I'm also seeing Snoot and Thwifo, Slacks, who was Key's duo partner that Vinny took out earlier, just moments ago in the game. And he's at 90 points right now. So the fact that Keys went down and Slacks is still up, he knows the pressure is on. He has to make this work, and he has to stay even above who he knows is in the game, because he took out his duo partner. He knows that Vinny and Zex are in here, and he knows how close they are to him.
Yeah, and if you're Slacks right now, you are certainly not feeling the best. Your duos partner is gone. You're all by yourself. You don't have the best loadout, but you know what? It doesn't matter. Slacks somehow makes it work. This is why these are professional Fortnite players. He takes out Spazzy there with a combat shotgun, is looking to make a rotation, hangs in the air just a little bit too long, so does end up taking a little bit of damage, but he does have the minis. He is going to use them here to heal up, but no, he's not. Oh my gosh.
He's in the call. Oh, yes, he drops him in. I think that might be, no, it's Aroa, who was up high on the leaderboards earlier with his teammate Npen. He's going to take him out, take the mini first, and then the siphon elimination to make sure he goes up to max. Vinny and Zex are still in the game, and I just have to wonder who is going to come out on top of this, because this is going to decide a lot. Vinny and Zex are right now quite split, though.
Yeah, quite split, which is not something that you want to be doing when you have to rotate. All it takes is one duo to enter into your builds, and both just look at you and say, you know what, combat shotgun, here you go. But it doesn't matter. Zexro and Vinny are now reunited. The TSM boys making their way through these builds here, looking to rain down shots onto their opponents. Hits for 42. He does have a lot of opportunity here to take out either some players or, oh my goodness.
Going for a very risky glider redeploy there, both him and his teammate Vinny. But this is what Zexro is good at. This is why he is so good. We all know his aim is crazy. And looking right up, he sees the sky platform. They're actually going to build right all the way back up to it, get a little bit of height, because they know these players eventually have to come down off of it. And I have redeploy, but it's dropped on Vinny, starting to fight for it, not hitting the shot. I think that's going to be his cue to get right back down. And to Zexro, can he do it? Did get tagged a little bit while trying to do this. Yes, finally, boom. Oh, that's so scary. As one player right in front of him as he glides down. But perfect landing there. He's going to box him right out.
This is so risky for him to keep doing this and keep redeploying in this fashion. They have 17 players remaining in this lobby, so you at any point in time have 14 people looking at you. He doesn't have any builds left, so he is going to have to use the redeploy to get down safely, but he goes down, unfortunately. Slacks takes out Vinny, getting a little bit of revenge for his partner. You love to see it, Bala.
That is revenge in this game. Everything right now is hinging on the fact that Keys got revenge there got avenged there. Here, Zexro now trying to also do the same for his duo partner, and it's now top 10. So we're going into the last zone, and it's not even that final threshold of top 5 or the Victory Royale either. Obviously, Zexro now getting a little closer, opening that door so he can edit through and use that Shadow Bomb and continue forward and maybe get towards any more placements, but he's only on 27 mats. I think right now what he needs to do is find elimination, find an impact elimination, find some materials on one of these bodies, get the siphon, because he is trying and playing with only 150 or 167 HP. Slacks picks up another kill or another elimination meanwhile.
Zexro just utilizing his tactical shotgun there to the finest. He gets Sean, takes him out, gets himself back up to full HP, picks up a little bit of build, but now effectively is done.
He gets revenge!
Slacks. It was a back and forth with his duo the whole game.
And Zexro finally goes down by the hands of Hart, who did lose his dual partner. So it's a 2v1 right here as Lord takes out the last player. No, sorry, Rokane and his teammate Lord take out the last player there in Hart. And the Victory Royale there for them is going to push them to 75, but I think they still need a little bit more than that, Pookie, because we just saw Keys and Slacks versus Zexro and Vinny, that duel there back and forth, the battle ending up pushing them towards around 90 points total, both of them. So, I mean, that's kind of the threshold I'm looking at right now in terms of qualification range. That's the highest I've seen on screen yet. But we'll see. It could change in a blink of an eye.
It could change. All it takes is one game. You can pull out a 20-point game, Bala. It's been done. We've seen it been done over and over again. So you know what? I'm not discounting any of these games, any of these lobbies, until we see that final scoreboard, until we see who is actually going to New York. I know I'm going to be on the edge of my seat. I have been all day with these games.
Yeah, we have, and we saw earlier at Famhood's crazy clutch. I think the first one we saw with the Chug Splash, like a full-on, like run into the zone style. Elof, he actually ended up getting the ice on his feet and then using the Chug Splash there. But there's a player above him. I don't think this is the right play, as the zone is starting to, constrict them a little bit here. And I think he's going to be left with a Flintlock rotate because nobody around him is using any sort of mobility. That's what you can see they're trying to do right now. Force the rifts out. Force any way that they can get in the zone, but that's not going to work out. No mobility here for anybody is going to be spent, so they're left to go on foot and with the Flintlock as well.
They don't really have anybody around them, though. Take a look. Everybody has already kind of made their way over to the zone, so they are safe. They are going to be coming up here on Slappy, though, but Slappy is not really interested in an engagement. It looks as though he's going to just stay in.